I think as we've seen that the telecom sector in Pakistan has come a long way since, especially since 2000 when the government introduced the calling based regime, and then with the introduction of two new operators in the shape of Telenor and Bharat, the competitive scenario definitely got a lot hotter. It has definitely been beneficial to the consumers. We have seen drastic drop in the call rates, making it more affordable for people to communicate not only within the country but outside the country. At the same time, we have seen the cellular companies extending their coverage to quite far-flung areas and the introduction of value-added services, GPRS, etc., have definitely facilitated not only the business but the personal communication between people, between relatives, whether in the country or outside the country. So from that perspective, I believe the telecom industry in Pakistan has come a long way, as per my understanding, because I do have the luxury of interacting with within the Teradata group and other countries. So I believe our telecom sector has, the way it has progressed, it is now in certain areas much more progressive than some of the even European countries. So that's how I see the telecom in Pakistan. Telecom industry, obviously, as I mentioned, it has been quite a competitive market in Pakistan, and that has had a positive impact for Teradata's business. Honestly, the reason is that we are in the business of providing business intelligence, enterprise data warehousing, focus on customer relations, and these are the areas where when you are in a competitive market scenario, then the telecom companies, in order to better understand their customers, better understand their need, better understand their segments, their calling behavior, their usage behavior, need information systems such as ours to ensure that they have better view of the customers and are able to respond to and come up with strategies. So Teradata has been really fueling the need of these companies and their decision makers for information so that they can take strategic as well as tactical decisions. And in that regard, we believe we are hand in glove with these telecom companies in their growth, and we have a small contribution towards making them better customer oriented, better service oriented for the market. We all understand that we have faced a lot of challenges because of law and order situation, and if you look at it, the economy definitely has faced certain setbacks. The GDP growth has been relatively slow as compared to past years, but I believe there is a lot of potential. There is a lot of resilience. The key thing about Pakistan is that it's 100 million people, so it's not a small country where you cannot, look at it that small things can impact it a lot. The impact has been there, but I believe there is potential for growth, and if some of the macroeconomic things can be managed properly, and we can manage the issues around load shedding, etc. Pakistan has a lot of potential. Coming specifically on the telecom market, the power outages have been impact on the telecom sector. They've had to invest in power backup generators, which does add to their OPEX cost. I think one key thing is that from the telecom industry perspective, while the competitiveness is good for the end users, but at the same time it is having its impact on the telecom operators and their partners. So I believe there needs to be some sort of rationalization in the tariff structures to make sure that these companies can operate in a profitable environment, and it has its impact downstream on the partners, on the vendors who are involved with these telecom operators. I believe the concept of convergence and having virtualization definitely will catch up in Pakistan. It is needed. There is a growing understanding that organizations need to not only focus on their core businesses rather than get distracted. So we are seeing a lot of organizations now outsourcing their contact centers, a lot of organizations using managed services and shared data centers. So this is a concept which will grow over the years. Virtualization and cloud computing is something which is being talked about. So I see this benefiting organizations. I see this will help a lot of organizations which are medium to small size to take advantage where they cannot afford to have capital expenditure to have their own proper setups. And so the trend will grow. And even in our case, we're working with some partners who are now providing business analytics services as a software service to small and medium enterprises who would like to either before they decide on going for a proper data warehouse solution, test out what value it has for it, or they are not of the size where they can actually make a investment in a data warehouse. So there are now opportunities for them to actually use this as a service and take advantage of the technology.